seems to take forever, doesn't it?
It's not exactly the Orient Express.
Oh, you're American. Tourist?
No, I work here.
Oh.
At the embassy.
Oh.
It's nothing grand or diplomatic. I'm just a stenographer. But it's fun being in England.
Yes, it's a funny old place. But we like it. Where are you going now, then?
Spend the weekend with some friends at Salford.
Salford? That's the station just beyond mine. Have you been there before?
No, they've just moved in.
It's a pretty little village. You'll like it. Your friends are meeting you.
Yes.
That's good. Sensible. I only live half a minute from the station, but my husband's meeting me. After all, one never knows, does one? And they haven't caught him yet. There's a bit about it in today's paper.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Rape, my dear. 3 girls have been assaulted on this line in as many months. One he nearly killed. That's why I hate traveling at this hour. Still, if you're being hit, there's nothing to worry about.
Rape?
They'll catch him sooner or later. They've got a description at last, you see. They're looking for a man with short, blonde hair. I know it's not much, but the piece is so clever still. Nevertheless, I insist on being met. Oh, I suppose if it happened to me at my age, I could take it as a compliment. Ah, that's my stop. It's been nice talking to you, my dear. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.
Miss Stevens?
Yes.
Your friends called me.
What?
Mr. and Mrs. Holt. They were on their way back from town. Their car broke down. So they'll be delayed, so they want you to go on and let yourself in. The key's under the mat. It isn't very far, miss. Turn right, out to the station, and it's the first house you see, about a quarter of a mile. Everything all right, miss?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Just a minute. Can I have your ticket, please?
She'll be furious. Absolutely furious.
Verna,
Well, what do you
darling,
mean?
it wasn't our fault. We didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't anybody's fault.
It's your car. Men are supposed to look after their cars, make sure they don't break down. Poor Nicola. Hey, we were supposed to meet her at 9, and now look at it, it's tomorrow.
She probably made herself some supper and went quietly to bed.
Yes, well, I had to sit by the roadside and freeze all night.
Just who are you worried about? Nicola or yourself?
Both of us, of course. Mm-hmm. We both of us had an absolutely beastly night. All because of your wretched car.
But you love me.
Maybe.
Surely just 1 minute.
I'm sorry, Inspector. The answer must be no.
Half a minute, though. Look, you're doing your job, Doctor. I'm just trying to do mine. She saw the man. She must have. Now, maybe she can give us an accurate description.
Not now, please.
Look, just a minute, Doctor.
If we don't catch him, he'll do it again.
Potential victims are your concern. Mine is that girl.
I'll be back tomorrow, then.
Inspector, don't rely on anything. You do understand it's her mind which is so badly affected. The state she's in now, she may never make sense.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Take the man away. Please. Take him away. No.
Sister.
Please.
Male staff. No officers. Tell me true.
Mother, take him away. Take the bad man away. Mother!
Hello? Yes? I see. Oh, thank you for ringing. It's the hospital. No change.
Miss Stevens? Miss Stevens? Look, I just want to find the man. I want to find that bad man you've been talking about. And you are going to help me find him, aren't you? Miss Stevens, you don't have to be frightened of me. Oh, police officer. See?
You haven't found it yet?
No. The axe? Nor him. Funny, though. I thought we would have found it. Well, judging from her injuries, he didn't use the axe on her. I sort of assumed she took it to defend herself.
Well, if she did, it didn't do much good.
No. Probably put his prints on it during the struggle. He did... Well, what he did... Ran out through here, remembered the axe, and came back for it.
How do you know that?
Well, I don't, just guessing. But there was mud on this carpet. I wonder why he didn't kill her.
Well, he might as well have. They've taken her to Corby Hall.
I know.
But she's not mad, is she?
Not very disturbed. I wonder after what happened to her. But as a woman, you must understand that.
I think of poor Nicky in a place like that.
Now, darling, it isn't a place like that.
No, Mrs. Holt. Corby Hall's the best in the country. And the most expensive.
The Americans are showing their customary generosity. The embassy is paying all the bills.
Yes, but poor
They'll
Nicky...
make her well again, Mrs. Holt. Well enough, I hope, to ever talk to me. And then I'll nail him.
I understand she has no family.
None to speak of. A couple of distant aunts in the States.
I think we're the nearest thing to a family she has.
But I hope you'll visit her often. It's important she does not feel lonely, isolated.
Yes, of course
or
we
in any
will.
way.
Come every weekend.
Can I go and talk to her?
Yes, but any bright things, please. Not you, Mr. Holt. If you don't mind. For the time being, it's best she has any female contact.
Dr. Ward. How long is this going to take?
Progress is slow, but over the next few months, I hope
Few
that
months?
she may... I'd say 6, at least.
But then she will be completely well again.
Well, the experience she's been through, there must be scars, of course. But she will be a perfectly normal and healthy young woman again.
Detective Constable Wallace, sir.
Oh, good. Need your help. Bit dangerous? Not that dangerous. Not if these reports on you or anything to cover. Well, now, Constable Wallace, what I want from you is... Why don't you sit down?
I'm very pleased with you, Nicola. Very pleased indeed. You see, cure is a two-way process. We can lead, offer, direct, but ultimately, it must come from you. The need to be cured must be of your own volition, and there is no doubt that you are meeting us more than halfway. You are doing very well. But perhaps the most important factor of all is time. Time to forget. Time to readjust.
I'm sure it's going to be good news.
Don't build any hopes.
They said be prepared for a surprise.
I know, but don't
build up
any...
any hopes. Yes, I know. You've already said that about half a dozen times. Really, darling, you're beginning to sound like a needle stuck in a groove.
Yeah, that doesn't outdate you, but then I always do go for the elder woman.
Oh, well, I'm sure we're going to see a great change in Nicky. She nearly ran me off my feet.
Nicola's making commendable progress.
I said we'd ask her out for dinner. Oh.
I think that would be a splendid idea. Why don't you tell her, Mr. Holt?
Me?
I told you she was making commendable progress.
Doctor, when can she leave? Jeff and I want to take her home with us, sort of convalescence. When can it be?
Not yet.
But it's been nearly 4 months.
I'll tell you when, Mrs. Holt. You mustn't feel responsible, you know, if you'd been home that night. It wasn't really your fault.
But I do feel responsible. And I want her out of here. Back home with us.
She's not ready yet. You only see her during the day, Mrs. Holt. We see her at night.
Wow. Well. You've been tangling with our Miss Wallace, have you? Well, she's taller than me, more prepossessing, prettier. But me, I'm much nastier.
I'm sorry, Inspector. I think it's out of the question.
But, Dr. Wood, I have the man. I've got him. Now, obviously, he denies everything. But if Miss Stevens were to make a positive identification,
Inspector,
I'd made
the most terrifying thing that can happen to a woman has happened to her. And we have spent nearly 6 long months trying to eradicate it from her mind so that she can forget it and begin again. And now you want to make her remember. I can't stop you, I can't forbid you, but the responsibility will be yours. The mind is tough, Inspector. It is resilient, but it is also extremely delicate. Like everything else, it will take so much. And then it snaps. The responsibility must be yours.
Well, I'll have to see what I can do without her. After all, he was arrested attempting an assault. I'll name him.
Thank you, Inspector.
Doctor.
Get me, Mrs. Holt.
How do you feel?
About to go stark staring mad. You have asked me that at least a dozen times.
I'm sorry, I'm concerned about you, that's all.
Well, you don't have to be. I'm fine. I'm just fine. I absolutely promise.
We're nearly there. Jeff's meeting us at the station, and he's threatened to cook dinner, so that means we'll probably have to eat out. Would it worry you? I mean, being suddenly pushed amongst people again.
But it wasn't people that put me away, Verna. Just one man.
No, you don't have to worry about him. You've caught him.
caught him.
Forget it.
But you said...
My big mouth as usual. Dr. Ward said you weren't to be reminded of it.
Well, why not? It happened. It happened to me. So they've caught him.
Look, Nicky, they've caught a man. Nothing's been proved yet. It might not even be the man. And if it is, all he'll get is a few years behind bars. That's British justice for you. American, too, I suppose.
No. In some states, you might still get the gas chamber or the electric chair.
Look, Nicky, I think Dr. Ward was right. Let's forget it, eh?
Why don't you and Jeff have a baby? You're married, you're in love. It's the perfect way.
Well, we plan to eventually.
Well, don't wait. I mean, don't leave it till it's too late.
No. We're there. Are you okay?
Nicky, you look great. Doesn't she? Off we go.
Everything all right, sir?
Everything is beautiful, madam. A treat awaits you.
You've redecorated.
We were going to anyway.
Anyway. Oh, this was Dr. Ward's idea, wasn't it?
No.
Yes. Now, Ward said we were perfectly honest, answer all questions with total honesty, so yes, it was his idea. And we were going to do it anyway. You see, we got him in a cleft stick. It was a fine idea for you to be coming to stay with us, but a bad idea for you to
come back to where it happened. Well, I think it's an improvement. I mean, your colors are so much brighter. And your rearrangement of furniture. It's all so much better.
Well, you get some drinks ready, darling. I have spaghetti bolognese to attend to.
Oh, God.
Oh, wasn't that just about the best bolognese you ever tasted? Hmm?
It was the best today, I can promise you that.
I had an idea. I thought I might take a few days off, drive you around a bit, buy you lunch. Oh, and there's a race meeting over at Porton. Would you like to go?
Well, I certainly would. It would give me an excuse for buying a new hat. I'm sure Nicky would enjoy it.
Yeah, of course you would. And if the weather's fine, we can bring a picnic lunch.
One condition, that I prepare the food.
I don't think they've caught him. He's too clever.
Nicky, of course they've caught him.
It was in the papers.
No.
I promise you, they've caught him.
Well, they can't have. Because I've just seen him. On the train. He was on the train.
Hello, Charles here. Oh, yes, Mr. Holt. What? Yes, I see. Be over right away.
I saw him as clear as I'm seeing you now, the same man.
But you didn't mention it to Mrs. Holt here. In fact, you didn't mention it at all. Well, until much later.
I was confused. I wasn't sure.
Ah, you weren't sure?
Yes. But, well, Jeff and Werner have been so kind to me, and I didn't want to make a fuss.
Well, this was the man who attacked you, Miss Stevens.
I didn't want to make a fuss.
Or a mistake? Oh, we'll look into it, you can be sure of that.
Inspector, do you think she made a mistake?
Well, perhaps not a mistake exactly. Mrs. Holt, the man who attacked those women, who attacked Miss Stevens, is in my office now. He's been formally charged.
Well, then
Now,
surely...
he's made a full confession.
He's admitted to attacking Nicky.
Well, funnily enough, no, he denies that. But the other women, yes. He's made a confession, and I'm satisfied.
But Nicky...
Mrs. Holt, before I came here, I telephoned Dr. Ward.
What?
Miss Stevens is better, much better. But she's still not completely herself. Delusions, disturbed. It's to be expected.
But you seem so sure.
I'm sorry, I can't act on just her. Can't give any credence to what you may say. That's part of the reason I don't intend calling her at the trial. Part of me'd like to. But the other part says, beware, hold on, she could lose you the whole case. The testimony of a woman who's disturbed. That's something I can't risk. Perhaps technically, no, but a good defense counsel could tear her to shreds. Look, you take it from me. The man who attacked her is safely under lock and key. Well, good night, Mrs. Holt. So?
Good night, Inspector. Thank you for coming.
Well, it was a great day, wasn't it? And I'll tell you something, I'm glad we didn't back any winners. Anybody can back winners. And it takes real skill to back a card full of losers.
That's a talent we certainly have.
Well, I think we got value for money with the thunder, the hooves, the sunshine, the excitement, and quite a nice picnic.
Which I prepared.
Oh, which you prepared, and for which I forgot to kiss you. Do-da-day, do-da-day, I bet my money on the bobtail nag, somebody bet on the bay.
You've no idea what triggered the attack? I know she has nightmares at night, but this was during the day? Yes. Yes. Well, make sure she has her sedation and let me know if it happens again. Special measures? No, Mrs. Holt. Just continue to treat her gently and humor her little whims where necessary.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Oh?
He said to humor her.
I'm sorry. I ruined a wonderful day.
Oh, don't be silly. Do you like a drink?
Nicky, have you any idea why?
It was just something I imagined.
And what did you imagine?
You know, I think I will have that drink now. And please, can we drop it? I mean, it's not fair. You've been so kind, and all I do is spread gloom and alarm.
Don't be foolish. It's why you're here, so that we can look after you. We want you to lean on us.
Thank you. You're the two nicest people I ever met. I'd like to toast to that. Jeff and Verna.
Cheers.
Fresh eggs daily.
What?
Where's Sturford? Is it near here?
Oh, it's about 10 miles, I think. There's nothing much there. A couple of farms, that's all. Why?
I don't know. I saw the name somewhere, and I wondered. Do you think I could ask a special favor?
Of course.
Whatever.
Well, I want to start trying to be independent again. And tomorrow I thought I'd go out on my own and face the world for a while.
That's a good idea.
But I do need to be able to retreat quickly, be encased in my own little world. So I wondered if I might borrow your car.
It's yours anytime.
All you get is a few years behind bars. That's British justice for you.
No. In some states, you might still get the gas chamber or the electric chair.
It's nothing. It's the tiniest dent.
I feel so stupid. My first drive and in someone else's car.
Nicola, darling, it's so minor. I'm not even going to bother with a paint job. It's a pretty sturdy car, you know. I think I'd nearly crash it into a brick wall and hardly scratch it.
Apart from that, how was the rest of the day?
Oh, very good. I got something out of my system.
You take it again tomorrow.
No. I won't need it anymore. I think I'll go to bed.
Well, I hope you sleep well.
Oh, I shall. I shall now. Night. I'll do that.
Nearly finished.
Well, something. Wash the dishes, scrub out the kitchen, something.
You're a ball of energy this morning.
Yes, well, I want to be useful.
Oh, you may be sorry you said that. Well, I'd just made up my mind that I must do something about the back garden. It's a mass of mud and weeds. We've hardly touched it since we've been here. So if you'd like to grab hold of a shovel,
No. I think I prefer something a little more domestic. I know. Let me fix tonight's dinner. I'd like that.
All right. Okay. Whatever you say.
That was some meal. Darling, you excel yourself. I think you've been spying on me and picking up hints.
All the credit goes to Nikki. Well, she cooked dinner.
Oh. Well, I don't think my wife will mind. You really are sitting up and taking notice again, aren't you?
Since yesterday. I don't know what it is, but it's as though some great burden's been lifted from you.
You could say that.
Well, whatever it is, my stomach's had the benefit. It was a marvelous meal.
It's not finished yet. The dessert. No, I'll get it. You sit down. You've done enough running around after me already. Both of you.
You should be proud of both of us. We've both been working like pack horses all day. Nicky in the kitchen and me in the garden.
Now, the garden is a man's work. You leave that to me. I'll get round to it.
Someday.
That's right.
Oh, anyway, it wasn't all that difficult. Some of it had been dug up already.
I'll get it.
Can I help you?
Yes, I hope so. My car has gone kaput. I wondered if I might use your telephone.
Yes, of course. Come in.
Thank you. You look as though you've seen a ghost.
Oh, this is Nicky Stevens. Hello. She hasn't been well, but she's all right now. You make a phone call and then come in and have a drink.
Yes, thank you.
It's Good Samaritan time. Chap whose car's broken down. Using the phone.
Hello?
Oh, that looks delicious. You're not going to deny it's a taste, are you?
That's right.
No, of course she isn't. But I think you deserve the honour of serving it, Nicky.
The garage is sending a man around.
No, that's all right. What would you like? A glass of wine?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, this is my wife, Verna. Nicola, you've met.
Hello. Yes. I'm sorry for bursting in on you like this.
We know all about defective motor cars.
Sit down, won't you?
Thank you. There, if you don't mind. My leg's a bit...
Oh, of course. Thanks. How did you get that?
Skiing?
No, nothing so exciting. It was, just an accident. Stupid accident.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you live near here?
Not so far away.
But if I know anything about the garages in this area, you might as well prepare yourself for a long wait.
Do you mind if I smoke?
No, of course not.
Anything else on this hit and run at Sturford, sir?
Not a thing.
Nasty.
Life's nasty.
Well, you all feel better, sir, once you've got a scotch inside you.
You bet.
Oh, by the way, sir.
Yeah?
There was a telephone call for you.
Who from?
Hamburg, Germany.
What they want?
An interpreter. But what I could make out, there's someone coming to see you. I don't know when or why.
I hope you get home all right.
Thank you.
And drop in any time you're passing. You're always welcome.
Do.
That's very kind of you. Yes, I will.
Good night.
Good night.
Very pleasant chap.
Yes. She didn't say a word the whole time. She seemed absolutely terrified of him.
Ah, that's understandable. He is a man.
So am I.
Oh, I'm glad you rung, sir. Yes, good morning, sir. Yes, I know, sir. I just got back from the court. Well, I agree. 5 years isn't much after what he put those girls through. Yeah, I wish now I'd got the Stevens girl to testify. Stevens, Nicola Stevens. Yeah, the American girl. Well, if she'd appeared for the prosecution, it might have been a different story. Still, that's modern justice. Yes, yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Bye, sir. Well, I think you did a darn good job. You up there?
Thank you, sir.
Better go and get your coffee now.
Thank you, sir. I will.
He's here, sir.
Oh, is he?
A chap from Germany.
Private? Well, private can wait.
Yes, sir.
You sure you're going to be all right?
Of course, I'm not a child. Yes, I know I've been behaving like one, but I can take care of myself better than you know.
It's lunch we're invited to, not dinner.
Just making sure that Nicky's going to be okay.
Of course you'll be okay, won't you?
We should be back by about 7.
Not unless we go now.
You know where you are if you want us.
Darling, you are behaving like a mother hen. And Nicola has assured us she doesn't mind. Now, you mustn't ruin her confidence.
All right. See you soon, darling.
Come
now,
on!
I'm coming! The number's on the table if you want us.
Yes, I know. Now go on.
Bye.
Have fun.
Inspector's busy, sir. Hey, sir. Sir, the inspector is still very busy, sir.
It is only because I am a private detective. I am used to it. A certain indignation. Usually I allow an hour for such, but I have now been waiting too.
Well, I am busy.
I can see that. I'll just sit here. So that you don't forget me. Don't let me disturb you.
All right. Now, Mr.
Bolson. Hanrad Bolson. This is merely a courtesy visit because I wish to make some inquiries in this area, and I do not wish to tread on your official toes.
Inquiry?
I am trying to find a man, a German citizen who came to this country more than 6 months ago and has not been seen since.
Oh, but no official inquiry.
Please, you wouldn't. The purpose of his visit took him to London, and it is there where the inquiries are concentrated.
Why come here?
Because he once met a girl on holiday, and she lives here in Salford.
Simple, then? Do I ask her?
Not so simple. All I know is her name is Sarah, and she lives in Salford. I don't think he knew any more than that. But it is possible that he thought Salford being a small town.
Break his journey, ask around, find her.
Exactly.
What do you want from me?
Your official blessing. The opportunity to sniff around, ask a few questions.
Who is this man?
He would stand out like a sore thumb. Good appearance, well set up.
I always need to thaw out afterwards. There's a pub across the way. I'll stand your scotch.
Oh, thank you, Inspector, but I think I should pursue my inquiries with all possible speed.
I should change. Most of the private fellas I know are always keen to stretch the case out, pushing up the expenses.
Yes, but I have a small vested interest.
Oh?
Yes, very small, about that high. Blonde. She lives in Munich.
I see. Hello. Well, they were so kind to me the other evening, I thought that... Oh, I rang the bell several times, but... I'm sorry if I frightened you.
I'm not frightened.
Oh, the leg is better now. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Stupid accident. You are frightened. Oh, I see. They're out. I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Holt, they're out, and you're all on your own.
No. They're in the garden.
I didn't see them.
Yes, they're there. Behind the shed. They are there.
You must be mistaken. They're certainly not.
Excuse me. I wonder if you ever remember seeing this man. It would be a remarkable feat of memory if you did. More than 6 months ago. Last February, possibly alighting from a London train.
Sorry.
Please to study it again. A man alone. He may have seemed uncertain. Lost?
Yes. Chap with the ticket.
What chap?
At first, I thought he was trying to get past me without a ticket.
And then you discovered he just did not understand you.
That's right. How did you know that?
When one puts two and two together, my friend, it inevitably makes four.
Oh, darling. Oh, no. Oh, my love. Oh, my darling. Oh, no.
Oh, gee. Oh.
No, she didn't mean it. We didn't. She didn't hear us come back. He'd been drinking too much. I wouldn't let him drive. She didn't mean it.
You better get the police.
No.
No.
No, my wife is right. She must have been surprised. I must have startled her. I'll be all right.
He's dead. He's dead at last.
That's the man whose car broke down.
Do you know this man?
Very slightly. He used the phone the other evening when his car broke.
Police.
Two men attacked, two dead. Well, at least the chap we arrested was the right man.
But you didn't even see him.
No, she saw was a newspaper report about a fair-haired man.
And along came my man, a foreigner, trying to find his way.
And he just happened to have fair hair. He just happened to fit her fantasies.
A fantasy. A terrible delusion. After the imagined assault, she began to see the man she imagined had attacked her in every man. To see his face in every face.
But why?
An imagined assault.
Fear.
Of what?
Some childhood incident, a half-forgotten experience. Imagination. The human brain can torture and torment itself to destruction. I doubt we shall ever know.